Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. We talking about all kind of crazy shit. Before you blow your panties off, yeah, we're gonna be talking about a little Trump, but it's funny shit. What else were we talking about, guys?
We talked about Kanye.
Oh, Kanye West with the president and another first lady who showed her ass. We don't need no more of that. Y'all stay tuned after the music.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
I was going the Adele route. Hello.
I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do.
For the longest time, I had no idea who Adele was.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't know what she looked like. I had heard her,
That
but
was
I
long-
never
that was-
seen any pictures. I never took the time to Google her.
She's skinny now, but I liked her fat.
So
She
she's
your
like
size
Luther.
now. Oh Lord.
She
have
like
mercy.
Luther?
She look
go
healthy.
back and forth?
She got the surgery after so many people was guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I assume, I don't know, but she looked fucking fabulous. She looked good when she was fat too. She wore those skirt dresses like white girls do. You know, back when they days when they wore the little black and white shoes and they sold hot dogs at the little restaurants.
What is she talking about?
You remember? You see them?
Quisha.
No.
What are you talking about?
All those things I sell in my store?
Remember back in the day when them little white girls used to work at them little bopper place where they sold like milkshakes?
Oh, you're talking about like in the 50s.
Yes.
Okay.
She's wear them skater skirts.
Yeah. Like American Graffiti, the movie.
Yeah, that's what she used to look like to me in them skirts. Because she had that hump in the front because she was fat. I hate them fucking dresses on fat people.
Yeah, like Grease.
Yeah, that's what she used to dress like all the time. Like she was on Grease. When she be so that bitch can blow, but though. That Canadian. She Canadian?
I think she's British.
Yeah.
British, Canadians, ain't they next to each other close? That bitch can blow.
Not close at all.
They're owned. British owns Canada.
Whatever. But she can blow. Okay? That's just like the Georgia and Atlanta mayor and governor arguing. They pretty similar.
Oh, he's like, tell that bitch to stop talking. And she's like, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say.
I was like, ain't nothing like a white man who over you trying to tell you what to do, but you know you can't get fired because he didn't put you there. Fuck you, Kemp. She is being a straight nigga bitch.
Nigga, she was on CNN. She was on CNN talking about, he want me to be quiet, but here I am.
Are you talking about Atlanta's mayor, Alicia Bottoms?
Yeah.
With Kemp telling her to shut the fuck. We ain't gonna put on no mask. We gonna put on some mask. We ain't gonna put on no mask. We gonna put on some mask. They arguing like husband and wife, and it's so funny. They said Atlanta versus Georgia, or Georgia versus Atlanta. It is so funny, but I like how she ain't bagging down because she knows he can't fire. Bitch, you didn't put me there.
Yeah.
I am not your secretary. I am not your assistant. She need to mail him a pair of used underwear.
Why?
If they smell like mine, they'll kill him.
Chemical warfare.
If the governor dies, we'll know what happened.
Send him some coronavirus. Soon as he get corona, he go, put on a mask. She is free. You know, them middle-aged white men like that is so fucking stubborn. Especially when they're not open-minded. You can't tell those that from 45 to about 80 white men shit. They know they.
He don't want to hear shit neither. If it ain't coming from his daddy, he don't want to know.
Nigga, if wasn't taught to him, they ain't about to learn it. He's a redneck too. He's a backwood tobacco chewing motherfucker. You hear how he talk? His English worse than mine. I'm Ebonics. I don't know what the fuck he is.
Yeah, he had like these crazy ads when he was running for governor where he was like blowing things up in the background out of the back of his pickup truck.
Wasn't he the one that was teaching his kid to build a wall? Was that him?
I think so, yeah.
He was the one with the Mexicans on the back of his truck too.
Yeah, like
he gonna go round up the Mexicans.
Jesus.
He was racist, crazy. I see why Trump heard him call him good old boy. I'm glad you won.
He also, like, the CDC is located in Atlanta, and like 2 months into this thing, he goes, yeah, we just found out this week that asymptomatic carriers exist. I'm like, what? My uneducated, I've known this forever. Like, he's, anybody that I know that lives in Georgia, Republican or Democrat, is like, fuck this guy.
Well, they put him in there, but no, he actually really stole it. They oppressed voting down there so bad that weekend. A nigga couldn't even get in there. For a nigga to vote, they had to camp out 2 weeks before.
Yeah, what happened in this last election, like a month ago, is they'd put 50, like
That was Kentucky.
one voting machine per 50 people up north, and then one voting machine.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Say white.
Up north where it's white, and then down south where it's more black.
Black.
Thank you.
Yeah, we real on this podcast.
You know,
we ain't gonna say no north and south, nigga. We gonna say white and black.
Well, geographical location is.
I know geographical is white, black, nigga. That's it.
I'm sure white people live in the south of Georgia.
We ain't talking about them. They had their own voting machine. They went up north.
You know,
you can't vote outside your district.
Well, they should let you.
In Chicago.
I mean, you voting for a bullet in Chicago.
To finish the point, it was one per 5,000 people in the South is where the Secretary of
Black neighborhood. Yeah. Black, yeah.
In the South.
They had one auditorium. One auditorium for. And you know what's get me about that? There, I saw one couple. It was a daughter and a mama. I hate to say
story
this.
when it starts like that.
Every time. No, but when you start.
It was a daughter and a mama, and they was locked out. They was some of the black people that got locked out. Yeah. And when old boy called and made the government open it back up, she's like, "This is her first time vote." And the daughter said, "This my first time vote, nigga." Oh, I said, I'm glad they got you, baby. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Because if they didn't get you on this round, you probably wasn't going to never vote. I mean, you could hardly understand what you, hey, my first time vote, nigga. I said, okay. I'm glad they opened them goddamn doors for y'all. Because y'all about to knock that shit down. Yeah. And I just never forget the black girl that I saw with her mama. Because you could barely understand her mama was in tears. And, you know, as a parent, it's nothing. I don't know if everybody get excited like this, just black or white. I believe it's just all parents, especially black parents. I say all parents. When your child get to that age and you teaches them to vote, like I was emotional when Nakia and Ashley could vote. I was emotional when Garyana could vote, and then not, you know, Junebug voting. He voted this year because he voted. He started a couple years ago. He's 20 now, so it's a big thing, especially in my household because nobody ever taught me to vote. So when they vote, other than I kill,
who you teach to vote every single time, Mama, who do I vote for?
The black man. What's his name? Obama. And so the last election,
I'm pretty sure that's voter fraud.
Trump was right.
I'm pretty sure that's voter fraud.
Well, we kind of have.
Miss Pat out here voting twice.
A Democratic family.
Once on her behalf and once on a dumb nigga behalf.
We are a Democratic.
Jesus.
Fuck you, Deon. No, we are a Democratic family that some people that don't pay attention to the people who's running. So you have to remind them you have to go vote and who's the Democratic Party is. I don't even think Nakia realize it's a Republican Party out there. He just want to know what party we going to.
All right. I used to hate straight ticket voting because I'm like, how, you know, it's so dumb that people walk in and just press Republican or Democrat. He doesn't even remember there's a Republican order. He's like, which one do I choose again? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, you are a Democrat, and you are to vote for this person. Do we agree? Is that who you want to vote for? Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Here's your homework. Now go punch.
Just invalidated the last two elections.
Yeah.
And he voted in this last primary. You know, what was the primary?
Did he?
I don't know if I think he did vote. I think he did vote.
You voted twice.
What, the primary? Oh, I voted twice. Child, dealing with his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a presidential election that he went in. I think it was during Hillary. He went in, he just hit Hillary and walked out. So where the fuck you going? You told me to vote for the president. I didn't tell you to vote for anybody. Get your motherfucking ass back in that booth and vote for all Democrat. You some bitch. Go finish vote. He's like,
all right, voter intimidation. Let's add this to the crimes, Deon.
He's like,
she's racking up them charges.
Electioneering inside the precinct.
No, vote where you want to, nigga. That's not how this works. You are exactly what Trump has been saying.
I ain't paid nobody.
You boss tweet
I am
over
a
here.
black mother who's Democratic, and my kids are Democrat. If they choose,
you said so.
Well, if
That's the bottom line.
no,
Because Miss Pat said so.
let me say this. If my kids choose to vote Republican or if I chose to vote Republican, I think we'd be arguing that day, but after that, we'd be back a family because, I trust everybody with what they believe in, except Nakia.
I was going to say, except for Nakia.
Yeah, all your kids are very smart. And Nike is really sweet.
Yeah. But, I mean, he votes, but he pretty much know when the presidential election. I just have to remind him during the primaries. Like for governor and shit like that, Senate seats.
Yeah.
People seem to take those seats for weakness, but I think it all woke us up. The good thing about Trump, and this episode is not going to be about Trump. The good thing about Trump is he let Americans know how important the Senate is. Because, people are, I ain't going that shit. There's some fucking Senate seats. That's the most important thing.
Coronavirus exposed how important like your local officials are, your governor, all that. Yeah.
Governors, your Senate seats, your judges. Your judges, you vote for these motherfuckers to lock you up or to sentence you. So you want them to be fair.
Did you guys see, and maybe we've talked about it, but Killer Mike at the Alicia Bottoms press conference where he talked about, change is beating up the prosecutor at the polls that you don't like. It's beating up the mayor. It's beating up, going out and voting. And he was so right. Like,
he is. I mean, and I think it woke a lot of people up to voting in all the election. All of it is important. I mean, I get on the phone and literally, especially like in Georgia, because I'm from Georgia, and I would literally get on the phone and call my friend, hey, don't you have an election this month? It's time. Y'all going to vote? Come on, girl, go vote. It's very important. Because when you sit on your ass, you don't get shit done, but then you want to complain. That was me and Deon biggest argument because he didn't vote in the last election.
I didn't like any of the candidates.
It ain't about that. I didn't like, I'm going to be honest, I'm a diehard Democrat.
Deon did the right thing. If somebody doesn't represent you, don't vote for him.
Well, nobody ever represent blacks.
That's not true.
Kanye West.
Oh, my God. Kim just made a statement. I was thinking about Kanye West, right? And it's mental illness. That's what it is. And we all sit here and we laugh at mental illness, but it's a real fucking thing. Because I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but I remember when my mama used to have a brother, his name was Uncle Peanut. I ever told y'all this? I ain't never tell you about my Uncle Peanut.
Kanye is the Uncle Peanut of America.
No,
I've never heard the story.
My uncle name was Uncle Peanut, right? And my Uncle Peanut would fuck y'all laughing at?
It's cute the way you say.
I don't even know his real name because we never learned each other's real name. It wasn't important. Whatever your nickname was, that's what they.
That's funny because I have an Uncle Doobie who I didn't know what his real name was until I was like 22.
What was his name?
Uncle Doobie.
Uncle Doobie. Well, my Uncle Peanut was he had mental illness, and my mama used to be crazy about Uncle Peanut because that was a baby brother, I think. So we would go to Milledgeville, Georgia, where they kept the crazy people at, and we would visit him every Sunday.
Why am I picturing the black Jim Carrey in the tutu? Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
So Uncle Peanut to me was just on dope. I was a kid, so I don't know if he was crazy. I just thought he used drugs and went crazy and shit. Cause he would tear up the house and shit, and they would lock him up, and then they'll transfer him to Milledgeville. That was back in the day when they were putting them niggas in them straight jackets and shit and whoop their ass. So we would go to Milledgeville. Fuck is you laughing at?
Keep going.
They used to have on straight jackets out there whooping them people ass and shit.
You just say it so nonchalantly.
So one time we went to go see Uncle Peanut. I think I told y'all this. And we used to love to go see him too. Because it was that man who walked around and said, "What my twactor? What my twactor, goddamn? What my twactor?" So on the way home in the car, we said, "What my twactor? What my twactor?" We wanted to see the tractor man every fucking Sunday. And he had a tractor in his hand, a little tractor, your little yellow dump truck. But he be saying, "What my tractor, goddamn? What my tractor, goddamn?" He sounded like a chicken, like cock-a-doodle-doo.
What the fuck?
And we used to, I didn't realize.
No, I'm getting canceled for laughing at this. We gotta
I didn't
stop.
know it was a crazy house. Millersville, Georgia, it was a nut house. I didn't know that.
I thought you meant a town. You mean like this was a facility that you...
Facility.
All right.
Because it was in Millersville, Georgia.
I
but
thought
it was
like
the
that's
nut
just
house.
they redlined all the crazy people into this one town.
No. They was at this house pillar. And we went to this house pillar. So I remember as a little girl, you can go outside. My mama used to fix sandwiches or either soul food. And we would go see Uncle Cecil and sit on a picnic table. And you would literally walk by and see people pulling their hair. All kind of crazy shit.
Fucking Ace
But-
Ventura.
Yes.
But we went like every week to see Uncle Cecil. And the man that we remember the most, if my brother would call, he would tell you the same thing. The man's like, "What my twag? Goddamn, what my twag?" we repeat that the whole week. What my twag? We didn't know as kids it was something wrong with the person.
Yeah, right.
We didn't know nothing was wrong with it.
Gonna take my twactor to the hotel road till
Fuck you for that.
right till I can't.
And then I remember, you so fucking stupid. That's what I remember. That's the only nut house I ever heard of. A mental facility. You can't call it that anymore. But that's the only facility that I ever been to as a kid to see Uncle Peanut. We used to go all the fucking time. Because time Uncle Peanut whoop everybody at, they take him back to Millerville. they used to take him back to Millerville.
Did he? What was he like? Bipolar? What was it? Schizophrenic?
I don't know what was wrong with Uncle Peanut, but he would just tear the house up, tear the Looker house up.
I can tell you this: ain't nothing wrong with Kanye West. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Y'all need to stop being fooled by this man's shenanigans.
Why you don't think anything wrong with Kanye?
Because he decided to run for president and then he decided to say a bunch of dumb shit. He knows he's not eloquent, yet he continues to try and speak. Like, bro, you are making a choice to be an asshole. Stop doing that.
Deon, anybody who decided to run for president when they didn't put in their paperwork is almost like a squatter moving your house and say they own it.
He does like. I think that whole thing of him being mentally ill is overblown. I agree with you. I think he's definitely going through like a manic episode, but I think he knows he's not out of control. He's not he has control of his mental faculties.
Yeah, he's just saying dumb shit. And people are letting him. Like
Anybody who say slavery is a choice ain't well. The man also said
he's
said,
billionaire. He's fine.
No,
you don't make
be crazy too.
Unwell people don't make money.
Donald Trump is rich and he's crazy.
That's true.
Because he's enabled.
Let me say this:
He's not crazy. He's enabled. If they stood up to Donald Trump, he wouldn't do 90% of the shit he does. But nobody stands up to him.
Let me say this: anybody who say Harriet Tubman freed the slaves so they can go get another job with a new master is crazy.
He's dumb.
Who the fuck quit a job?
Crazy.
Who the fuck quit a free job to go get another free job?
I don't think that's what he was saying.
That is, nigga.
No, he said
Harriet Tubman did not free the slave. She took them to other slaves on her. So they quit one slave and then go to be a new slave somewhere else.
He was saying she took them from one oppressive system to another oppressive system.
Hey, when you quit a job, when you ain't got a job, that's oppression on top of oppression.
All I know is that video, I've never laughed harder because when and Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves, she just took it to somewhere. And the person doing the video goes, "All right, we leaving." Did you see it? I laughed so hard.
That black girl said, "We had enough of this bullshit.
We out of here."
And this is what I mean is that people keep giving him attention. Stop paying attention to him. And I guarantee you his crazy will go away.
That's how I feel about Donald Trump. If you ignore your problems, they go away. That's what I've learned in life.
What world you motherfuckers from? Because that ain't the world I'm from.
I ignored my first wife and she left.
Break your foot and ignore it and see if you gonna be all right.
It will heal.
Yeah, nigga, backwards. You been this motherfucker dragging.
Here's the difference between
you be
Kanye.
Your first four toes.
Here's the difference between Kanye and Trump. Trump is actually president with actual power. Kanye's just an asshole saying asshole things so people pay attention to him.
It's like when he did the thing with Taylor Swift and Barack Obama goes, "He's a jackass."
Yeah, it's like.
Well, he did say one good thing. Didn't he say he gonna give everybody with kids $10,000?
$1 million.
Yeah, I'm about to have me a bunch of kids.
Yeah, you are. I see that phone blowing up.
I'm about to have me A gaggle of kids.
Is that $1 million a kid? Because I got 4 crack babies over here. I'm like, rich.
Garrett might touch you for that.
You ain't got to touch me. My wound don't work.
Like, yo, I just bought this baby straight in cash.
Garrett, can you wake your eggs up?
Nigga, you can't wake these eggs up with a motherfucking taser. They already fried, died, and laid to the side.
We should take a break.
Damn, already?
Mm-hmm. We're 19 minutes in.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I just saw that video that that 7-Eleven lady. She said, "Don't fuck with." She said, "We run the counter."
I know what I want to talk about. The Karens and the Kelvin. Chris, you got to ask this question. Answer this question because you white. What the fuck is wrong with white people? Why they just don't mind a motherfucking bit? Did you see the black lady who was riding the bike in the gated community?
Yeah, I just
And the
saw.
white man said, I want to know. Call the police. Said she out here looking at garages with the doors up. I'm like, white
That's her
people.
fault.
A public announcement. Mind your motherfucking business. Don't call the police until the crime is committed, emitted.
Big difference. Big difference. Permitted or committed. It's admitted. Totally different.
Chlamydia. I don't fucking
Chlamydia.
know.
Transmitted the crime, and it burns, motherfucker. It burns. Oh, what a. Your Honor, he transmitted the crime.
Chlamydiated it. I'm telling you. Can y'all please leave people the fuck alone? Stop asking people what they doing. Do like niggas do. Monkey see, monkey don't do. I pay attention to my own shit.
Right.
Nigga, you breaking in somebody's house, I'm like, I got your identity, but I ain't calling the police till you leave.
Right.
That's what black folk do.
I don't know what it is. I think in general people are like, especially growing up in this town, which is Karen Central, well-to-do white community, middle class, like everybody's in everybody's business all the time. So you sort of grow up with that mindset of like, oh, this person does that, and everybody keeps tabs on each other when you live in a small town.
No, it's just
then they grow up to
ain't
do
running
that.
up on white people that they're not familiar with.
That part, though, that part is because it's an election year and there's a few things going on.
I hate when people say that.
No, but it's true. Here's why I say that.
Racism doesn't spike every 4 years.
No, but when you have a president who is running on fear
what
of the
the fuck
other.
do election got to do with niggas just walking on down the street and riding their bicycles
Because-
and trying to swim and put? We can't even go to a hotel. Where your hotel kid? Bitch up my pussy. You want me to swipe these lips on the door to get you in?
If you were looking at my Facebook feed, you've got a guy who is running for office based on fear of the other, and everything is amped up to 11. Like it's not that, to your point, Deon, it's not that it doesn't exist and it's not that it's not there. It's just that when you've got a guy who is literally his only message for re-election is, if you don't elect me, they're going to invade your small town.
I saw a commercial
It's
today.
bullshit.
Right? And we're going to get back to the Karen thing. I saw a commercial today. It was Joe Biden and Barack Obama just talking about Trump. Kind of poking fun at him and shit. Mm-hmm. And then the next commercial come up. That scared the shit out of me and I'm black. That I'll fight your ass. But it said, Joe Biden is trying to defund the police. It had an old wrinkled white lady in the commercial, right? Mm-hmm. And she jump up and somebody's at her door and say, if Joe Biden defund the police, and it pretty much said, this happened to you, she died 911. They said, 911, I'm sorry, nobody's at work. So the man breaking her door, I was like, yo, this is a crop of bullshit.
Yeah.
This is literally a crop of bull. If as a woman, it scared me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you will ever be able to pick up the phone and there's not a fucking 911. When we there, y'all, you'll know, because we won't be living in a house. We all be out here fucking like the Walking Dead together.
You've got 2,000 college kids across the country protesting and tearing shit down and forming Chaz. But if you talk to your average suburban white middle-aged man, you think that is all around them all the time. I'm getting canceled any moment. I can't say anything. Like, everybody has taken that. Everybody, like, has amplified, overdone, like, what's actually happening. Like, it's 2,000 kids.
I mean, whose fault is that? It's the person who sticks his head in the sand until it's time to vote. That's your fault.
Right.
Because you didn't deal with whatever the issue that they're trying to scare you with until it was time to vote for somebody. Like, that's your fault. If you watch that commercial she just talked about and you're afraid that they're going to defund the police, yet you haven't done any research on what defund the police means, then you're the sucker. You're the idiot. You're the loser. You are the person that makes it worse because you are uninformed.
You're looking for somebody to save you, and that's not how the world
Save
works.
yourself.
Thank you.
Get off
I
the
mean,
ass.
you can't be that scared when we all know white people done bought a gun. Nigga, guns on back order.
There are
When the
more
fuck
than
have guns been back
There
on
are more
back order?
guns in this country than there are people.
Exactly.
Like, it's so frustrating to hear. Like, you say these suburban people act like, you know, that they're gonna, like, Chaz is gonna come take over your neighborhood. Like, no, they're not.
Nobody's going to take over your neighborhood. Nobody is.
They're not. You know why they're not going to? Because you're not going to allow that to happen.
Thank you.
You're not going to allow that to happen.
Just the commercial alone was like, I was like, how do you get to put this type of rhetoric? Is that the right word? Rhetoric. Okay, whatever. Fuck, bullshit.
We knew what you were talking about.
Bullshit. How do you get to put this type of bullshit on TV? Can you imagine the mud slanging that's about to start happening with these two old niggas?
Some mud slut.
Old people slide down the hill.
More.
When old people slide down the hill on their ass. That's how I see Joe Biden and fucking Trump sliding in here. It's just crazy. I mean, people just,
We're here at the 13th annual Twacta and Mudsliding Championships.
I want my Twacta. And mudslide. I mean, I'm just saying, mind your fucking business. Don't run up on people as fucking with people. Because then I look at them and I'm like, do people not learn from the other video? It ruins your fucking life to be openly racist like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have these people that sit at home that just, like Sean King, who waiting to fuck your life up. Who literally waiting to tell everybody the racist that you really are. Or that they think you are. Mind your fucking business. If let me tell you something. If Tawana is riding a bike in your neighborhood with a joint in her mouth and her weed flapping back like a fucking convertible top, let the bitch ride a bike.
Right.
Leave her alone till something pop off. If ain't nothing pop off, Tawana was just wanting her weed to catch some air.
She was drying it out.
Whatever the fuck. It's just crazy. It just blows my mind. I'm like, I have to stay off social media because I be cussing out random people. Like,
sometimes you tag us in it.
Well, one lady called and said, I want to debate you guys about Trump. Did y'all see that on Twitter?
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, I said...
it was a lady? I thought it was a dude.
It was a dude, yeah.
Oh,
A Trump guy. Young guy, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a LBGQT.
I don't think so. He looked like your typical young Trump voter.
Okay. Yeah. So
polo shirt,
he said he would drive 3 hours to come up here, and I said sure.
He said he was going to give coherent views on Trump, and I like those don't exist. It's not a thing. You can't have coherent views on Trump because he doesn't do anything coherent.
So Garyana was like, "Don't give them your platform." But me, I like talking to different people. I do. I would love to watch here. I would start it off with a prayer. Because when you get Deon start being that black, that nigga be ready to march with his do-rag on.
I have no interest in debating this guy on his views.
And then we've done this once before, and the episode hasn't aired yet. And like Miss Pat calls, "Hey, you know how Deon and Garyana get? They get militant. So you got to make sure. Listen, I got the guy. I'll make sure he's okay. And then he gets here, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? you rambling motherfucker!"
You can't defend him,
right?
I just mean, no matter
I'd be
what.
like, Your Honor, my client's guilty. Lock this dumb motherfucker up. Shit.
I mean, in the end, I just want to respect people's views. Everybody's views ain't gonna be the same.
I don't hate you. I just think you're stupid.
Yeah.
There's two different. Like I don't wish death on you. I don't want you to be harmed in any way. I just think you're dumb.
Well, you can't say that. Just say I think our views are different.
No, because it's not a different view. It's truth and it's lies. You believe lies. I believe the truth.
I say, I don't think you stupid. I think you full of bullshit. And I think you just inside of a box and you haven't peeked outside that
That's
box.
a different way of saying you're dumb, but okay. Whatever makes you feel better. I get that. I get that you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
No, it's not about feeling because I won't want nobody. I always put myself in every situation.
I don't get mad at you for calling me what I am. Well, if I'm dumb, you can call me dumb.
You don't think you dumb. When you believe in something, Deon, you don't think you dumb.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying as a person.
That would be okay if there wasn't truth out there.
No. If they believe in what they believe in, you can't call them dumb because that's their belief. If a person chose.
Just because you believe something doesn't mean it's real.
I'm just saying, Deon, it's about overall with me, it's about respecting that person's view. If that person, that's just like you saying, that's just like when I first moved here and the people in my neighborhood that got the wraps on their head, they actually Sikhs, but people thought they was Indian.
Right. And
people was literally complaining about it because they would take up the sidewalk. They get the whole fucking family out there, and when they find that son, nigga, they ride that son like motherfucking Santa Claus on a sled.
We have Sikhs in my neighborhood that do. Yeah, they're
so they get on the side.
Come outside. The sun is here. We're going to ride.
That's how they pray.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, they pray to the sun. And people kind of had issues with that. You know, people automatically, they're Sikhs and they're different from Indians. And so people automatically, oh my God, the Arabs are out there praying. And I'm like, mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
The sun don't cost nobody any money. So whatever they out there praying to, I'm not going to personally.
Old companies' money.
I'm not going to personally put my knees on that hot ass ground. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, you going to take a text or I'm going to have to sit on my ass and talk to you. Maybe that's the American way.
Call that prayer line again.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Jesus not answering her prayers because she's sitting on her ass?
But you
don't really believe, Patricia. You on your ass, not your knees.
Some people believe that those people are stupid because they believe something different. So with me, fuck y'all. I don't have on a bra. With me, y'all so fucking
You
silly.
scratched on your tit earlier, you lifted it up and almost hit me. I'm across the room.
They get itchy and sweaty. So with me,
you're talking about respect. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So with me, I choose to say, if that's your belief, that's what you believe in. I'm not going to say you stupid.
No,
I might say
you're not calling the Sikhs stupid. You're calling people that think the Sikhs Indians.
No.
stupid.
I'm calling people with different views. I'm just saying, hey, that's what you believe. Like y'all know, I had a big argument with my neighbor who's a Trump fan, and I really like my neighbor. And I don't speak to him anymore. Well, he don't speak to me. I still be trying to wave. He be like, "Bitch, go on about your business." But I'm not gonna say he's stupid because we tried to have a conversation that we couldn't agree upon, and we decided to kind of part ways. I just say that's what he believe in, and this is what I believe in. And our biggest fight was what it is to be black in America. And I told him, you don't know shit about being black in America, but what you see on TV, then when you want to bring up Chicago, that's being racist because every nigga ain't like Chicago. Them some new niggas and them some new warriors, and I don't know where the fuck them niggas come from in Chicago. I'm from the hood and I ain't never seen nobody who shoot babies in the face, and I've said that 100 times. But I'm not going to say he's stupid. You don't call people stupid for what they believe in. Even though no matter how stupid and dumb you might think somebody is for voting for Donald Trump, well, some people think we stupid and dumb for wanting to vote for Biden. Like somebody hit me up today.
Yeah. You are.
But that's my choice. That's my choice.
Okay, that doesn't absolve you from being stupid because you're picking.
It's not. You're not stupid for voting for Biden if that's your choice. Nobody's stupid for voting for Donald Trump.
We are dumb as a country for putting these two idiots as our best choices. Well, you can't argue that. It's inarguable. Out of 330 million people, the two best options we have are an old pedophile and an older pedophile. That's dumb.
First of all, let me say this because I get tired of people throwing up shit about Biden. Biden ain't never been in trouble with women like fucking Trump had.
Okay.
I mean, what? No, tell me. Because the only thing I ever know
about
about
I just show you the video of him smelling kids for an hour?
Well,
or the lady who got treated very poorly by until the New York Times finally stepped up and interviewed her. You know, like she. All right,
well, let me say this. Let me say this. Maybe Biden don't have as many victims as Trump. Maybe he didn't go to the Epstein mansion. What is it?
Epstein
mansion. I don't fucking know.
The Biden accuser is more credible than any one of Trump's accusers in terms of sexual assault. She has more supporting witnesses of the era. Like
Trump's got over 200.
How many do Biden have?
I only know of the one.
Okay, so 1 to 200.
And every senator's wife.
Every senator's wife.
Every senator's wife that he just creepily smells at the.
Well, I agree. I don't know why Biden be smelling on people. Some people like that. You know, one time.
Come here, Deon.
No, let me say this to you. Some people, when I used to cut cocaine up.
What a transition.
The credibility is just rolling in.
No, I'm not taking up for Biden. If he's sexual assaulting somebody, he creepy. He just like Trump. But it kills me when Trump people be on the line and they want to throw up Biden being creepy. I'm like, your guy's a molester too. You know, my guy your guy's a pedophile too, or what is it? A rapist, pedophile, what are they?
They're sexual assaulters.
Your guy's sexual assaulter too. Mine just got 1. Yours got 200. So let me say this: when I used to cut cocaine, right, and a lot of time I would be cutting cocaine and I would be eating. So cocaine fucked.
You don't say. You do this podcast.
Mama loves shortening cocaine.
No, listen.
Cocaine bread.
So cocaine fucked up my lip. Y'all play too fucking much.
Yeah, it's us.
No, cocaine.
Never heard the phrase "cocaine fucked up my lip" in my entire life. I'm the fucked up one.
Cocaine fucked up my top lip. It always looked like I wanted to suck a titty, but I didn't want to suck a titty. I couldn't stop my lips from moving. Cocaine made them so numb.
Is she A, having a stroke, B, suffering from cocaine withdrawal, or C, trying to suck a titty? Find out next episode of the Pat Down.
People thought you got lip filler.
But I used to, that's all I used to do all the time. Because I used to cut the dope and eat at the same time. Because, I was in the streets, so I eat a lot of fast food and shit. So I'm sitting there eating.
Show is a good crack sandwich.
Yeah. So cocaine fucked up my lip. So maybe Biden smelled something and was trying to re-smell it on everybody. I don't fucking know.
That was such a long journey to get there. Nah, I mean, I totally agree with Deon. Obviously,
all middle-aged white men are like that. White men are very dominant in the workplace, and I would say black ones too, but nothing like a white man. They gonna like that one who was ahead of Fox.
Not all of them. Not every old white dude is a bad person. Just the ones we keep picking. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's like the guy on the Twitter that you were talking about. Like he assumed that the guy that wanted to come talk, who was a Trump supporter, was racist and called him racist. So I said, dude, you can't call everybody a racist that wants to vote for Trump. And then he said, it's just your Trump supporting, blah, blah, blah. I go, I'm not a Trump, quit making assumptions. It's like.
So they call them monkeys.
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions going around. And there's also, like we talked a few episodes ago, there's ignorance, which is you just don't know any different. And then there's willful ignorance where you go, I don't want to be confronted with alternative evidence to whatever I believe, and so I'm going to ignore you. I'm not going to engage you. And that's sort of the breakdown that I think a lot of people are having, with their parents or you with a neighbor, or it's that when you're trying to give your perspective, they're looking at you and going, I don't care about your perspective. I have my perspective, and that's reality, and I'm not going to engage in your reality.
Because they scared you're going to be right. Like a lot of stuff we talked about, and I know it. I can see how he look at me now. He look at me different. And I sat there and I told him, I said, I'm not going to say you racist. I'm going to say you're closed-minded. And he literally said, I only care about me and my family. I said, well, but you say you're a Christian. The Bible says they should love their neighbors. Yeah. So what are you talking about?
You can have a conversation with somebody
I can. A lot of people can't.
Yeah, people are I don't know if it's people are afraid of COVID and they've applied that to ideas or what it is, but you can have a conversation. Deon and I can talk politics. We have very different politics in some respects. And I can go, all right, I see why you understand that, why you think that way. Here's what I think. And we, at the end of the day, can agree to disagree and move on, because we both have agreed that I'm not afraid of your ideas. I know what I believe. We have different, if you engage with somebody, you don't just because you listen to them, it doesn't mean that you have to agree or that you have to adopt their solution. Like, you can go, I recognize that problem, I understand that problem, I don't agree on the solution. Like, but people are afraid that if they even have the discussion and acknowledge the problem, that somehow they're going to catch cultural Marxism.
Yeah, so it's crazy to me. What happened to Silk and Diamond? Did they get a new job?
No.
I'm sure they're still out there. You pull them up on YouTube?
Nah, I don't want to give him no heat.
With your neighbor, he had no experience in what you were trying to teach him, right?
I wasn't really trying to teach him. I was just
you were trying to explain to him
what it was to be black,
right? And he took that information and did what with it? Nothing. So somebody presented him with new information that would challenge his ideas, and instead of applying that to his life, he decided, nope, I don't like it. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm good. That's what I'm talking about. That's stupid. When you get new information that will help you learn and grow and become a better person, and you choose to ignore it because you don't like the way it makes you feel, that's fucking dumb. It's dumb. That's like you're picking being dumb. That's not okay. That gets people killed. That fear that you hold on to because you don't want to change gets people killed. That gets us in wars with people we have no business fighting. That type of mindset to where you can get new information, don't like it because it changes what you think you believe based on bullshit. Your beliefs are based on bullshit. Like, you gotta examine everything, all the information that you have, plus the new information. So when someone says, hey, my life in America is different from yours because of the way my skin color makes the whole world around me react to me versus your skin color and how it reacts to you. When I give you that information and then you find out, oh, it is different. Mm-hmm. And then you find out why it's different. Why is your world different from mine? Because they hide all the shit that I have to see every day. You don't see that. And so when I tell you there's a bunch of shit you don't know, you see that information and go, nope, I don't like that. I'm just going back over here. That gets people killed. That gets people hurt.
So explain to me, since we're talking, and I didn't even want to go down this route, but what is going on in Portland? With the moms, with the leaf blowers.
The woman with her snatch pointed at the police. Did you see that?
That Portland, she was butt ass naked.
Yeah, just really aiming it right at him. I thought she was on your plan. She's like,
I was like,
flame throwing it right out there.
Them chemtrails was stopping the police, boy.
Hey, did they throw a grenade at her too?
No, they turned around and walked away.
They're like, you know what? We should probably go. This pussy looks angry.
Hey. Hey,
anybody want to get Arby's?
If you've not seen it, it's this woman. It's a behind the scenes shot. She's naked. She's probably like 20, 30, and she's like
white woman.
Like her back is up, and she's in the giving birth position with just everything pointed right at a police car. A line of cops.
Was that the cops that Trump sent to Portland?
I think those were regular police, but yeah. So
her back reminded me of. You remember that movie? Was it Alien when the lady jumped into different bodies and she was on top of the dude riding him, and then the spike she needed to mate.
Is that Species?
Yeah, Species. That's what she reminded me. I said, this bitch look like she she trying to connect. She trying to bust a nut so she can have an alien baby.
Yeah, everybody's worried about a leftist takeover, but like, that's just a weird tact. Like they're gonna, like, that's just gonna be. I'm okay with that.
I think pussy works. Pussy makes people calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We made them get the fuck up. I was like, show the front. What is that? I mean, it's almost the way she had it cocked, like she had a little nigga out her pussy with a pistol.
The little LED dots.
A little nigga with a pistol hanging out her pussy.
I told my husband,
smash, pick him up, cover, smash. Eh?
Does she got a little nigga in her pussy?
If you don't back off, shame her.
Does she have a little nigga in her pussy? She had that motherfucker cock like pow, pow, pow. A couple hunches would have blew the police up.
Couple hunches.
Go pop that pussy for me.
That wall popped that pussy right there. I said, Lord, white people crazy. I mean, she got butt ass naked. She said, I know how to stop this protest. I'm going to put this pussy on him. That's what you call pussy when you make a nigga walk away.
Yeah, isn't that indecent exposure? Isn't that against the law to just be out there butt ass naked?
It's not when you ain't got no titties.
It's poor. How do you know? How dare you?
I can tell from the back she ain't had no titties.
Yeah, she looked slender.
She had no scoliosis whatsoever.
No.
Nothing.
Pilates instructor.
All she wore was pussy, navel, and chest. I could tell the way she had her back cocked, like she was throwing little bullets out of pussy. That's this girl right here crazy as fuck.
What a great.
I mean, for you to shut down a whole line of police with one pussy. I need to go out there and fold my stomach back and join her ass and put this.
You're gonna get your pinky toe blowed off like Megan Thee Stallion.
Hey,
breaking news today: massive enrollments in the police department.
No, I need to cock my stomach back and put this Uzi click on him.
You have an Uzi clit?
I think she said oozing.
No, I said Uzi like the gun.
You know it's bad when the clit's oozing.
I can picture the police out there. Miss Pat, put your pussy away.
I can't see it. Help me.
They get Samuel L. Jackson to negotiate.
4-alarm fire.
That shit crazy. I said these people crazy. They laid out there butt ass nigga with all these fires and shit going.
Yeah, like so. There was a law passed that Obama signed in called the NDAA, and it was an expansion of like fighting terrorism. And so like all these laws that Bush and Obama kind of put in place to help fight terrorism, at the time, civil libertarians, including myself, were saying, what happens if you get somebody crazy in the office? They can use these. And at the time, everybody's like, you're nuts. That's never going to happen. You know, and so now we've got Trump who is losing
12 years later.
Right. He's losing bigly in the elections. He's 9 points down. He's losing all the swing states. He's headed towards one of the biggest defeats ever in history. And his only chance of getting reelected
He said he was not leaving. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, well, I've thought that from the beginning. Bill Maher got killed when he said it. He said, there's no way this guy's going to leave office. And that was a year ago, and everybody killed the guy. That's exactly who Trump is. He's not going to admit defeat. He's going to go because he's going to.
He don't admit he wrong. Why the fuck would he admit he lost?
It's exactly
What?
like the worst case scenario is Trump loses by a thin margin, you know, because then he's lost and you have this constitutional crisis. But so long story short, you have all these like riots happening around the country. You have protests. You have all this, and he's blurring the lines between protests and riots and violence and nonviolent protesters so he can then look like he's tough and in charge and he's going to get these guys and I'm the only thing that can protect you. And so now he's activated the border patrol, which can legally operate within 100 miles of any border, which when that was pointed out, I was like, that's a conspiracy. That'll never happen. And that was 6 months ago. And here we are. He's activated.
Is Portland within 100 miles of the border?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
And so he's activated Border Patrol and a few other federal agencies to go in, and they claim two things, which are totally contradictory. The Chad Wolf, who's head of Homeland Security, goes, "We're protecting federal land. They're vandalizing it. They're breaking into federal property. We need to protect federal property." That's perfectly reasonable and logical. Then they say, but we also need to quell the unrest in these cities, and so we're going to do everything we can. Well, the problem is the governor and the mayors of all these towns don't want you there. They don't need your help. And if they did need your help, they'd ask you for their help, and their governors could activate the National Guard. But what Trump is deciding to do as a political stunt is to deploy federal soldiers that are largely unmarked, driving unmarked cars.
Just picking up niggas.
Picking up people who are walking down the street. Now, for anybody who goes, well, yeah, but these are protesters, and how can you tell, and blah, blah, blah. We have to return to the idea that you're innocent until proven guilty. The state, which has a monopoly on violence, which has the ability to ruin your life, put you in jail forever, or kill you and get away with it. That's why police brutality is so much more egregious than if Deon and I killed each other. If one of us works for the government, the burden is on the state because they have way more power than just the left or the right or these protesters or whatever. And so none of these people walking down the street being picked up are presumed innocent. They're all presumed guilty. There's no identification of where they're going. They're just being whisked away into cars. Chicago at one point had 7,000 people that went through black sites like we had in Saudi Arabia during the Iraq wars. Our federal government has a long history of treating people like terrorists, and that's not how we treat Americans, and that's frankly not how we should treat people from other countries. And so the problem here is that you have a president enacting a new power that he shouldn't have that will be used by other presidents. So what happens if you're on the right and you're like, fuck Antifa, fuck those guys, we need to, they're trash anyways. Well, in 2014, there was this fusion center. Obama's DHS put out a bulletin saying anybody with a Ron Paul sticker, libertarian sticker, in the Fed sticker, they were terrorists. So there's already precedent of the other side doing that to your side. So what happens next? It's just this constant, continual growth of federal power that never gets checked. And it's like you said about Trump. Until you step up and say to your own side, this is inexcusable, it's just going to continue.
So what about the lady? You saw the lady, her name Lindsay. I can't think of her last name. She's a chairman. She's big on the Republican side. And she agreed with Fauci.
Lynn Cheney, who is
Lynn Cheney.
Dick Cheney's daughter, yeah.
Oh, that's Dick Cheney's daughter?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Man, they dogging her the fuck out.
Yeah.
They asking her to resign, all because she say, I believe science. It's like, oh, no, bitch, you got to go. We told you, ain't no science over here. Only science is Crayola.
Yeah. Trump is trying to... So I have a friend who works for the CDC. She called me about 3 months ago and told me that the Trump administration is trying to take all the numbers. So the way that this all works is every hospital reports their numbers directly to the CDC. So we get an accurate count. So there's no middleman. It's just going all the numbers that you see out of the CDC generally. And then there's other numbers that are reported to the CDC. So there's 4 different buckets. The Trump administration for months has been trying to centralize all that data collection so they can completely rig all the COVID numbers. So it looks like the numbers are getting better to help him with re-election.
So I saw the day somebody posted the COVID number was 90,000. And after the White House took over, it was 11,000. So this person had to be a Trump fan. And they was like, oh, mysteriously, the numbers just went down.
Yeah.
They was never there. And I'm like, you dumb bitch. And I ain't feel like arguing with her because I ain't feel like calling nobody for spell check. I said, I'm just going to let this shit go.
Wait, I don't feel like calling anyone for spell check.
Yeah. I was like, are you fucking serious?
The other thing he's going to do, and this has not been reported, this is just my gut feeling. He changed his stance saying 2 weeks ago, the schools must reopen so I can get reelected. Now he's saying the schools must close and everybody needs to wear a mask now, and he's wearing a mask. He's going to try and shut everything down around September when the numbers really get bad so he can send everybody a check with his name on it to try and buy votes. The president has too much power.
They are now trying to reinstate the unemployment, the extra $600. And I was like, that's just a way for you guys to vote for him.
Yes.
But I think as black and white and Asian, every other race that's here, I'm 48 years old, and I've never seen this type of division. I've never, ever seen this type of division. I've heard, you hear shit when you black, I don't fuck with white people. You got people who, look over their shoulder, just don't fuck with a certain group of people. Literally, when I look online, and I don't see hundreds, I see thousands of black people trying to only buy black.
Well,
I said that's scary.
Why?
Well, I just think the black dollar is one of the most powerful dollars in this country because we spend the most fucking money. We make everything cool. We make everything look good. You want to sell a couch? Set a group of niggas on it with a gold chain. Everybody gonna buy it. You want something to be popping? Give it to the African American community, and we turn it into gold for you. And I mean, I don't like to think like that, to just say buy black, because I like to disperse my money to everybody, to be fair. I hope this don't come out wrong. I don't want to feel racist. If I got 3-4 jobs in my house, I try to get the best contractor. I don't want to give it all to the black man. I don't want to give it all to the white man. I would like to disperse my money between the Mexican, the white, the black, the whoever.
When I spend money, it's usually transactional. Like, it's just a dollar and cents thing. When you spend money, it's a lot more about who you're spending it with.
Yeah, with me.
In my experience of being around you, yeah.
Yeah, I like to, like, when the girl taught my house in Atlanta, and I told this story before, and I like to spend it with everybody. I do. I really do. And so, but like I was saying, I was online, and I was like, everybody was like, I want to buy black. I want to buy black. And I've never, ever seen that before. And I was like, oh, my God.
I don't think you had the networking opportunity to do that. That's what social media has done in such a short amount of time, and just connected everything we thought was not connected. It's opened our eyes by video and pictures to the things that we see every day that we don't know we see. So you've always had people who wanted to support black, but they didn't have anybody else to talk. It was a closed circuit thing. Mm-hmm. Now with this social media, you can connect to literally anybody anywhere, and you can create a group, and you can all talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. So this country, it's not that it's more divided. It's just we see it more often. It's like it's a 24-hour thing now. It's like, oh, here's another Karen video. Here's another Karen video. Here's another. It's like that was always happening. We just didn't have the video of it. Instead, it was, oh, isn't this dog cute?
Yeah, I think what's happening is society is going to become and is more multicultural. Instead of just that predominant white culture where Walter Cronkite's telling you the news and everybody just agrees that's the news.
Don't talk about Walter Cronkite, nigga. My dad, my granddaddy did.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You had like one guy, right? Now you have all these different voices.
I cried when Cronkite died.
Yeah,
Only 2 times I cried over a white man. Ric Flair hair being cut and Cronkite. Oh. Woo! Oh, I did. I shed a tear when John F. Kennedy's son fell in that lake.
What about Michael Jackson?
Shut up.
I think Deon cried.
No, but I think we just, as like, if you think about the human brain, it's the same as it was 10,000 years ago, and our worlds were like 100 people we came into contact with every day. And over the last 20 years, we've gone through this monumental shift of having access to anything and everything in any way. We're in the early stages, like, of the horseless carriage days of the internet, and I think people are trying to figure out how to adjust to a multicultural society where everybody bumps up against each other, and there's going to be bumps and
follow the black people's lead, because we've had the code switch. If you want to know how to interact with different people, look at the people who do it the most. Like, we have to go into your spaces, and when we tell you to be cool, just be cool. Like, chill out. Nobody wants your stuff. Nobody wants your shit. The people who want your shit, we all hate those people. It doesn't matter what color they are. The people that are trying to steal stuff from you, nobody likes those people. Nobody wants those people around, regardless of what color they are. All the scammers suck ass, whether they're Indian, whether they're black, whether they're white. Nobody likes those people.
Don't forget the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
The Puerto Ricans.
Fuck you for
the
Hispanics.
Hispanics. Puerto Ricans. I didn't forget them. I just didn't mention them because their women are pretty.
Trump Jr. over here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I am. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm just like that. I like to disperse money. I don't know. I just want everybody to get along. I think that's just me wanting everybody to get along. Sometimes I would literally look for a contractor. Hopefully he does well,
Yeah.
I'm not like some people like, fuck that shit. I'm only shouting with black. No, I'm shouting with everybody.
I think it's probably you have a lot of life experience, and you have experiences that most people don't get to have. in that you travel in many different circles. Like if you look at just the audience of this show, it's the Bob and Tom audience, which is middle-aged white men, or the Breakfast Club audience, which is younger black people, or the Joe Rogan crowd, which is like guys who wear black shoes and fight each other a lot. Like, like there's you.
I was gonna beat your ass. So I saw your shoes was white. You got one of me.
Yeah.
What?
They have black T-shirts with metal bands on them. They wear black shoes, black socks. It's a type, jorts. So you go around the country and talk to so many different people, and I think that online is predominantly younger. And like when I read Garyana's stuff, like I think Garyana is incredibly smart, but I also like look at Garyana and go, I bet when she is Miss Pat's age, she's going to not be as radical. She'll not think the way that she does once she gets more life experience. Yeah, and like I'm that same way too, where like I was way more radical and way more like insular and dumb when I was younger, but I've become much more comfortable with multiculturalism, with just like I just think you have an experience that most people don't, in that you get to go through, just like you said, go through all these different cultures and you see the threads that tie everybody together. And that's probably why you feel the way you do.
I don't think there's anything wrong with buying all black. Just to your point, like there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with wanting to be all black. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be all white. I buy
black products all the time.
Yeah, there's nothing, and I want people to know there's nothing wrong with supporting what you want to support. Like there's the only problem happens is when you disparage the other side. That's where. So if you're pro-white everything, pro-black everything, that's fine. Just don't get in anybody else's way while you're doing that. I literally have no problem with somebody who wants nothing to do with me because I'm black. That's fine. Just don't get in my way.
Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you.
Because this is America, and that's what the First Amendment is all about. It's like you have the freedom to be that way.
Freedom of association.
Life is so much better when you have so much when it's diverse.
I wholeheartedly
life is so
agree.
much better when you can. I mean, you can't if you just at a fucking Black Panther meeting, you can't say, "Oh, my white friend don't like season on his chicken," but I know Chris don't know what spice is. So that's the plus of having a white friend.
Bitch, I put hot sauce on the soul food, and you two didn't.
You hear the way he said, bitch? I wish we were videoing that.
I gave her the Miss Pat look.
He I might let you kiss Quisha for that one.
He couldn't wait to get that bitch out. He did it like Popeye.
You told me to take the black people's lead.
See, you can't laugh with your white friend if you don't have no fucking white friend. Put a little diversity into your fucking life. I like all types of people. Sometimes I just go and sit in the Mexican restaurant and I don't know what the fuck they saying, but they're beautiful fucking people to me.
Yeah.
People are beautiful to me. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I mean, just the culture. The culture is so much different. We can learn so much from each other. I mean, just individually, we could just learn so much.
Except white trash. They can go fuck themselves. I'm just kidding.
Well, white trash.
Just kidding.
White trash is actually fun. Where else are you gonna go and make a swing over alligator fucking lake?
Those are rednecks.
And then somebody says, "Oh, he bit you in the ass, Martha! Well, suck the alligator juice out his ass. Suck the alligator juice out. You can't get that shit in the hood. You be getting hot lead out your ass, not alligator teeth." But see, as a whole, as a people, when you mix, I mean, when you just deal with people that's not from your same walk of life, it ends up being a beautiful thing, and that's what I like about diversity. And I didn't learn that till I moved to Indiana. You never too late to bring something different home, unless you're dead or your winter don't work.
Sounds like she's staying in Plainfield.
Fuck no.
Sounds like she's embraced the white lifestyle.
I just think 9.5 times out of 10, different is good.
Yeah.
Different is great. It is great. I mean, where else can I have a conversation with my neighbor? Where else I met Chris? If when I first moved there, everybody was like, go to the, what is it, 38th Street over there? The West Side?
Yeah.
The West Side. When I told people I live wild, they're like, what the fuck you live out there for? I'm like, the school got AC. I seen the news, nigga. Y'all ain't got no AC at y'all school. Who the fuck ain't got no AC? It was in 2006, 2012. Fucking Indianapolis school didn't have AC. They were letting the kids out because the niggas overheated like a fucking radiator. Mm-hmm. They like, black kid, go home. Your fucking whistle's about to blow off the top of your head.
What I'm consistently surprised by over the year and a half we've done this, and I know you guys get it probably about me, I don't often get white people saying, what are you doing? It's more veiled than that. Like, they're better at hiding. You know, like, what are you doing over there? You know, why are you talking to black people? Why are you having these conversations? Like, I've spent the last 3 weeks, you know, like, if you're a white person talking about Black Lives Matter, you get the 2010 version of the 1964 guy yelling white N at you. Stay in your place. Don't race mix, because you're, you know, that exists if you're on the white side. But I also get messages, especially on Instagram, from black people when we have those conversations, telling me to shut up, stop having these conversations, don't talk to Miss Pat that way. Like, do you think that Miss Pat and Deon aren't going to check me? Like, if I say something that they find offensive? Like, it's interesting to me that if you're trying to make an effort, there still will always be those people from all different types.
Well, you're going to have haters regardless.
Yeah, telling you to stop.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
You cannot please everybody. I get messages for all the time. You know, even the message when the podcast felt that week and the guy felt uncomfortable. You cannot please everybody. You take what you can from this. We ain't going to always be right. We just hear 3 people that fucking like family having a conversation. Hey, we ain't no scholars. I think we got 2 high school diplomas and a GED in the room. That's the most of it.
1 high school diploma, 1 GED.
And just
I don't got no paperwork.
You got 8th grade, didn't
you?
You
got no paperwork, no ties, no air
conditioning. Give me no paper for
it. Somebody designed Deon a 8th grade diploma.
Yeah, so, you know, in the end, we just want y'all to have a conversation and mix. Hey, it's fun. With that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of The Pat Down.